tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Dropping knowledge in the studio, you already know.
Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. This your boy Prince Hakeem.
This is your man Ronnie Ron. Hakeem, season 3.
It's back in effect. The boys are back in town.
Yes, a lot of people was asking that what's going on with the show. I said we was on a little vacation, but now we back again for season 3 of Chaos Culture Radio.
We trying to just take over, and please, people, do me a favor. If you can't donate, the least thing you could do is like, subscribe, and share the podcast so we can grow. We're trying to compete with Fresh and Fit. We're trying to compete with Devin Sharp. We're the next boys up.
Yes, and the time is now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's really cool to be back in effect again.
No, definitely. I'm asking, so much stuff has been going on.
Yes, while we was on vacation, so many stuff been going on. And this one is really, you already know, this one is really close to home.
Yep.
And you know, for this moment, at least a moment now, we're gonna be in the silence for the people that has been lost for our home country in Haiti.
Haiti.
Yes.
Let's take a moment of silence. Now, Mustang Ron.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, how you feel about what's going on with it?
How I feel like what's going on, mind you, the island itself was still recovering from the 2010 earthquake phenomena that occurred in Haiti.
Yes,
and now they're dealing with another one which happened recently. Was on literally, well, it was on the 13th.
Yep, and they say this was bigger than the one in 2013.
Yeah, that's why it's surprising and it's very shocking. You know, I thank God that my family's okay, your family's okay, but then other people's family didn't make it through.
No, because you know, due to the fact that the country is still underdeveloped and it's still controlled by the rich bourgeoisie in Haiti, the oligarchs who rather see a small few people benefit and the masses of people live in poverty. That's the biggest issue.
But my question to you, Hakeem, I wanted to ask you, what did they do prior to the other money they received in 2010? Because I heard they received over $13 billion.
Oh my God!
In funds. So where did the money go?
Oh, I could tell you. Red Cross, who raised over 150 million, only built 3 houses in Haiti. A lot of the money that was allocated went into the pockets. And mind you, I'm just speculating, not definitive. Political public projects that were supposed to be done never got finished. Infrastructures that was planned never got done. Some companies took the money, ran. And it's been going too. The problem is we don't have a backbone of a president. And mind you, we just coming off from the president getting killed.
Right, recently, correct.
You know what I mean? And that whole scandal with the Colombians getting in there and spraying up the place.
Exactly, took him out. Did his wife pass or no? She's still alive?
No, she's still alive. Then she's talking about she's gonna run for the president of Haiti. And you know what I mean? And the point is, I'm gonna say something that's gonna make people feel issue about this. We need us a Fidel Castro.
Oh, you agree with that? You want might have a Fidel Castro in Haiti?
I pray we have a Fidel Castro. Somebody who's ruthless, who can come in there and get the job done, who's not gonna play with nobody, who's gonna lay his gun game down. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, a lot of people doesn't understand what the situation we're going through as far as just, it's not only Haiti that goes through this. A lot of these countries go through this. Few people control stuff, the rest suffers. And this is why everybody try to come to America, because every man for himself here, anybody can become a millionaire tomorrow.
I agree. That's why I love America. That's one of the reasons why I love America. Yes.
Same here. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of hurtful just to be from afar to watch a country that's supposed to be so great and they have so much history. We love bragging about Haiti history. But when you go there, you can watch people taking the shit in front of you.
Yeah. And that's the issue I have, because I was like, there was a great people become the first Republican nation, and to see them fall like that with malnutrition, not having enough resources, not having enough food, is very heartbreaking. But this is my question. This is my question for you, because as you can see, because of this earthquake was so massive, which was 7.5 kilometers. They say it might be expecting tsunami coming to them.
And if that happened, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people dying, washed away. To be honest with you, somebody say that the white folks are still punishing us for beating them.
I didn't hear that one. I didn't hear that talk.
That's what some
I didn't
people
hear that talk.
speculating, that we're still being punished for freeing ourselves from.
No, but I thought they paid France back.
They did pay them back, but still,
They paid off the debt.
Still, the stench of a black nation wiping the greatest forces in America, in the world, is still is a bad lingering over there, because they're trying to figure out what's so special about these black people. The issue is now, if this earthquake come and things happen, I don't want white organizations coming there. I say give the money to Haitians who you know with good standing, who's going to be able to go to Haiti and do good things.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's what I believe.
So you think about still donating money, even though people donate money in the past, and you see it didn't really go to the people.
Yeah, no.
To corrupt government.
With corrupt government, we still need to donate. We just need to find the right people who we know that can do some things for us. Because the thing about it is, Haiti one day is going to be great. I don't know if it's going to be in your life, my lifetime, or your lifetime, but it has to. But the things that keep going on without a think tank or a conversation on what needs to be done is an issue. You feel me? Every time something tragic goes bad, is like we always at the last. Here's the funny thing is, Haitians can't even go nowhere because their passport ain't even worth nothing.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow.
Go if you look up Haitian passport. Haiti can only go to very few countries. El Salvador and Guatemala, which has a rampant gang violence, their passports can go to Europe. Which
is not fair at all.
You know what I mean? Haiti is barred from going to Europe. You got to get a visa to go to Europe.
But you didn't have something to do with the France.
A lot of it has to do with the France. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it has to do with France and their colonialism.
Because I was talking to my father about it today, and I was asking him about the people of Haiti, because I told him them people got to get out, because if a tsunami comes, like you said, it's going to be hundreds of thousands. And not only that, but you have a tropical storm Grace expected to impact the region earlier this week. I think they said by Tuesday.
Yep.
And my dad was like, it's only so much you can do.
There's only so much you can do, but this is how the political powers put it to be. Haiti has embargoes on it, sanctions. Like people passports cannot unless you have family members that live in other places who can help their family members get up out of town. That's the only way that's going to work.
Yeah. But right now it's kind of hard to get in touch with family. Some people say they can't get a phone call from their relatives. Some people only see. Of course, you and I, we only seen the result, the aftermath through from news stations, people putting it on viral. So that's the only way we can see what's actually going on in the land. But other than that, there's no communication.
No,
the phone lines are down.
None at all. And that's the crazy thing. We don't even have a good internet to even be.
Exactly. So I know people gonna say, man, this is a live podcast. A lot of people like, man, you guys are more like exciting. But this is like a really serious moment for the people in Haiti. So it's like, I know a lot of people say, what can we do to help? So that's why we're having this conversation today. Like, what can we do?
A lot of people ask that, and I say that a lot of people can help by, what really could help Haiti besides a lot of this stuff? If people who was educated here would come there and try to figure out certain. That's really what the important is. We don't need people to keep donating rice, potatoes, milk, and stuff like that. Like, you're just putting a Band-Aid on an issue that is gonna still recurring. Like, come there, build businesses, build things that we could sustain ourselves. Let's get the political landscape of the company a little bit better, where the passports mean something. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's one thing you say you want to do. You want to get enough research so you can go back and help build some part of the land. That's one of your dreams to do.
One of my biggest dreams is to go there and into help and rectify some things. You know what I mean? And to build,
which is really good. Which is good.
Yeah, to build businesses, to be able to provide jobs, because me and any place that has companies, you can see an economy does good. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Look at the island of Singapore. Singapore is smaller than Haiti, but has a GDP of over a couple $2 billion.
Correct.
Nobody there is homeless. Nobody's there homeless, and that was a small fishing country. They used to call it a water hole. Now it's one of the most powerful economical in the Asian. Why can't Haiti do that the way it was positioned? Or why is it that the people on the other side are going to be able to survive the hurricane except Haiti, but Dominican Republic?
Correct. Because they have more resources and, they have more people tend to go there, for resorts. Their resorts, very well known. God, I think one of the best resort in the world, Dominican Republic, and stuff like that. So I think you're right. I think, but our issue with Haiti is you already know it's a lack of resources, a lot of political powers, a lot of people that come to the land, rob from the land, then leave from the land, and doesn't bring nothing back to the land. So it's like, and it's a sad thing. By me reading articles, talking to you, talking to my relatives about the situation going on in Haiti, it does kind of make you impact and want to help out the people in that land, And I mean, you always talk about, I believe they are one of the priests as well, priests people in the world.
100%. The opportunity and what we provide when we come into place or the country. There's so much opportunities we do, but the problem is we need to try to take care of home, because you never know in the future if we're not trying to make sure that we're taking care, if we don't try to take care of our country. What if we come back reborn as a Haitian again, but stuck on the island? That's how karma works sometimes. Like, hey, we're going to send you right back. So just to prevent that, we need to try to make the country good again so we can be able to help the kids to give them a fighting chance to succeed. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what it's all matter. But it's just hurtful to see how the earthquake and stuff like that. And, it's going to be another situation.
I already know.
Yeah, a magnitude of 7, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And mind you, they say the death toll is over 1,200 people.
Correct. The death toll is over 1,200 people. But the good thing is not as worse as it was in 2010. 2010 was 300,000. So it's not as bad as it was in 2010. Because I think in 2010, it was the whole land that got affected. This part, only a certain area got affected by the earthquake.
Yeah.
So, which is good, but it's also a bad thing because, we gotta help the people to try to prevent it. And now that you already know their infrastructure in that land is not as strong as other places like in DR.
Because we have a piss poor selection of president.
Correct.
Like that's
correct.
That's why I said we need us a Fidel type president.
Yeah, I agree. Now this one I kind of agree with you too. Like we need a strong president. Fidel. I always tell people Fidel wasn't really the bad guy. The way he make people sing of it. But I'm just trying to be very careful because we do got Cuban listeners that do listen to the show.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So because I say I do like some of the stuff like when it came to him handling business. Like he why they do that. When you say Fidel, it kind of bring me back that and people keep forgetting Malcolm X actually went to go see Fidel Castro.
A lot of people
King as well. A lot of people saw Fidel Castro. So that means he had some great ideas when it came to political power.
He did, and he was very much allied with black people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But let's see what Biden and this administration team do when it comes to the country of Haiti. There's links. There's people say there's places you go to donate. But I like your idea, Hakeem, of doing your own research and make sure
do your own research.
Right,
just don't willy-nilly donate to people and stuff like that. Make sure you know the people who's going to take the money and help the people on the ground for real.
Correct.
Or I say this: if a person is really ambitious enough, if you get enough money to donate, you should load up a boat, load up something, and go there yourself and do it. Sometimes we have to take things in our own hand. You feel me?
Facts.
We don't need the help of a lot of people. If you know you're gonna do right with the money, you take the money and go out there and make sure you do right by it. Because sometimes once you start putting it in the one hand, and the next hand people are gonna start falling in it, and it's gonna start.
So what do you do? What do you recommend that people do? Do you recommend people to donate money or donate food?
I say donate food, donate socks, anything you can. Go to the dollar store, hand sanitizers, masks. You donate all that. Sometimes it's good to send products instead of money. Sometimes it's good to say find a place that's taking a donation that's going to go out there and make sure that these people are reputable. Because I'm telling you, you have a lot of these goofies would take donations and turn around and go to Haiti and sell it to.
Okay, awesome. And these are some areas in which you could donate. I actually got this on Joey Dollars on Instagram page. Yeah. Shout out to him. He actually doing that. We have mixed emotion about Joey Dollars, but however,
yeah.
by your people, I gotta support you especially when it comes to my people. So these are like 3 locations where you can donate. One is in Wynwood, 2020 Northwest Miami, CT. Number is 203. You can call them at 305-257-9998. Number again is 305-257-9998. You got to call them before your arrival. And the address again is 2020 Northwest Miami, Florida, CT. Hashtag 2023. Miami, Florida, 33127. The other one is South Dade Dealership, 117-120 South Dixie Highway, Miami, Florida, 33157. They open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And the third one is South Dade Toyota Dealership, which is 29330 South Dixie Highway, Homestead, Florida, 33033. Same operation time, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So, and they are asking for, like what Hakeem said, they're asking for clothes, shoes, deodorant, baby food, baby powder, whatever you can give them, they're asking for. They're not really asking for money because right now the people need food to eat,
Yes,
clothes to wear,
and
also a place to sleep. So, like Hakeem said, and also you could call them so you could know like exactly what they're also looking for. Go ahead, Hakeem.
No, definitely. So he just gave you all that information, and the best thing you can do is look at that information, donate, find it in your heart, find a reputable place, and just do what you can, man. Right now it's time to rebuild the country, but then after this is done, then we can start talking about taking economical issues into our own. Forget what we need to go over there and start companies that's going to give these jobs. You feel me saying? And that's what it all matters.
Yes. And do it from the heart. That's what we're telling you guys. We just having a discussion on what to give. Some people say, I want to give money, but I think giving money should be the last option, like Hakeem said. I think we should find out what can be the next step of economic in the country of Haiti, and now that kind of inspired me too to get more financially wealthy so I can also benefit, So this platform here, especially talking to Hakeem, who's really good with finances, talking to him, we could really take this place to another level.
No, definitely. Because at the end of the day, we can go to any other country, Ronnie, but what country is for us that we know that's definitely when we go there, it's for us.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's what's important. So you know what I mean?
And now that I think it's an insult too when you actually was born and raised in the land. Now that your family come there and you don't get back to the land. I think it's like an embarrassment.
Thank you. That's why we got to give a shout out to the Dumerville brothers. They always donate to Haiti.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. They go out there and build houses. I know they had Marshawn Lynch out there. Shout out to them because they put in work. Shout out to the Dumerville brothers.
Facts. Because, I think this is an eye-opener too. I think it's waking everybody's eyes up like, wait a minute, we got all this money and we don't even donate back into our own country.
No, we don't, man.
You got people that's African come here, win, and send money right back to Africa.
Basically, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Most Haitians go to Haiti to have sex with women. They don't come there to do nothing.
Which is true. I'm saying it's true. You're speaking facts.
They come there to ball on poor Haitians and have sex with the women, have babies with them, and leave them there. You know what I mean? To feel the financial blunt of it. You know what I mean? And which is the same. You know what I mean? I've never done that, and I've always wanted to go to Haiti. I went there as a kid, but from a it's not security stable enough for us to go there and to venture off. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would have to go out there with AKs and you know what
exactly. I mean? Exactly. And I think that's what some people, I got disgusted by because I thought they was actually doing stuff for the land and it wasn't. And I'm talking about certain ministers and I mean talking about I'm not gonna say no names. I don't want to take
listen,
but they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing at all for the land.
Ron, this is where I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one. Sometimes we can't trust a lot of these religious people.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I had to look into that and say that they blanket God to try to do the effery they want to and make you believe when they're not really following God's plan. They go out there to benefit themselves. The missionaries, these so-called black pastors, people who use Christianity, weaponize it to benefit. A lot of these pastors run around in Benzes and Beamers. You got a lot of these Haitian pastors who are eating high off the hog. But the people in Haiti, over 70% of the people in Haiti are still illiterate. and still, and there's no job. The average person in Haiti that's 25 is unemployed.
Facts.
Like,
you speaking facts today, you know you're gonna get a lot of people upset.
Yeah,
because
you know what I mean?
like, yo,
we have to. But it's all because of the bourgeoisies, the oligarchs, the mulattoes. And I'm sorry that's derogatory, but the biracial ones who control majority of the money, the Jewish ones, the Syrian Haitians, the white Haitians who own majority of the oil, and half the island don't even work, and you're charging people. Like, come on. But we're going to get right, because sooner enough, we're going to come there and take over, and it's going to be a fight.
Yeah, that's how it was back then. Same thing like the way of the boat. Same thing. Sometimes you got to fight for your land. You got to pick up your weapon and fight.
That's
it.
And
we know the Haitian people are strong, because, you and I are Haitian. We are strong. Basically. We fight to the last days. You see, we fight. So, they're going to bounce back, and they're going to bounce back 10 times stronger. So, for me, my closing remark for the Haitian people, don't give up. Keep fighting on.
That's it.
Don't give up.
And my closing remark is this. Haitians who are outside of Haiti, who are educated, who have money, please get off your butt and come back home and help build the country. The people there is not going to do it. Trust me on that. We need to remove the power out of the hands of these rich Haitians, who a lot of them are not even born in Haiti.
Facts.
And that's my last remark on it.
And that being said, KR Culture Radio, guys,
we out.
Peace.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.